LeBron had to pass to Boobie Gibson. He had to pass to Delonte West. Like when Jordan started was catching his rings and all that, every time for all those three-peats, he always had a big three. That's why I always say LeBron is the GOAT, because you're talking about a guy who was battling adversity and for consistency. Imagine Jordan in his first 6 years of him losing, and you had all that access.
And people won't see him as the GOAT.
Exactly. Dennis Rodman had a signature shoe. Dennis Rodman was in the WCW. Charles Barkley had a commercial.
He had a signature shoe.
Again, media comes back into it. If you're not celebrating a rebounder, nobody wants to rebound. What's up, scorers? Welcome back to the channel. We're back to podcasting. We're back in the studio. It's been a while, been a long time, but I'm happy to be back. And today, I have a special guest with me, an amazing actor, a producer, a writer. You may have seen him in movies such as The Boy Who Couldn't Feel Pain, American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez. In The Row House, please welcome Catfish Jean.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. You don't got to get nervous. I'm small fry.
No, I wasn't nervous. You know, I try to. The intro is always tough for me. Like I admire guys like Shannon Sharp who can just read that off so well. But I'm super simple. I'm gonna give you your first.
But you know he got teleprompter, so
yeah. See, I'm doing my shit out the mud. Yeah, I'm doing mine out of the mud. I'm doing all the research myself.
You don't got a team.
No, man, I got one guy over here. He hitting the camera for me, then everything else is all on me.
Right.
Man, look, bro, appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh, thank you.
We share the same gym, and I feel like we share the same opinions when it comes to basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah. We said if you a LeBron fan.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I mean, so we got that in common. That's always going to be like a debate. I feel like Jordan and LeBron.
Right.
But here's my thing. I don't believe that someone can all forever. I don't even think LeBron will always be the greatest of all time. I think someone will come and interfere. And I want that. Like, I don't get why people don't want that. Like that because that says a lot about the game. That says the game has evolved, it moved. I think Jordan is number 2 on my list.
Right.
But
who's number 3?
Shaq.
Okay.
Shaq. Yeah. Shaq. Here's the thing with Shaq. Like for me, it's like with Shaq, he had the most predictable game. He not shooting no jump shots, not shooting no threes. He's missing free throws. And he's coming out of the game at the end.
Right. Because
he can't shoot free throws. But he's still averaging 37, 38 points in the finals, getting MVP, finals MVP, 15 rebounds. And he played in the big man era.
Right.
He's fighting through double teams. Someone has to give him the ball for him to score. Mm-hmm. And he's still doing that. Most predictable game. And so I got to give him the third spot for dominance.
I totally give it a Shaq. Like you said, he was under the rim. That's where he stayed. And he did whatever he had to do to make points. Like all these players now, everybody want to shoot 3. Mm-hmm. I blame that on Steph Curry.
I do too.
But it's like when Shaq played, his game, seeing big men doing post moves and just like a Olajuwon or whatever, what have you, it's like, damn, that's sweet. Just to see like a big dude move.
Right.
But now nobody plays with their back against the rim.
I don't think you got the bodies for it no more. Like I don't think you have like people. So one of the things with the Lakers, right? They're like, yo, who said something? Somebody need another center. One of the teams. Anthony Davis. Yeah, like they want another center, but the thing is, why? Like there's not a center league.
Right.
Like you don't really need a center anymore. Like you know, it's not like Patrick Ewing, Akeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Lonzo Mourning. Like these guys, people are stretching the floor. If anything, you need a big who can stretch.
Right.
Jokic is only one person. As you can see, he can be stopped now. So it's not like a thing where it's like, oh man, we need like Shaq got a lot of guys some jobs back in the day. Like if you was big, you was 7 foot, you was Chris Dudley.
You was gonna make it to the league. Exactly. But now it's like you don't see that. Who was it? What was that kid that was from NC State? had the
Oh, I know what
dreads,
you're talking about. Yeah.
big dude,
Yeah.
can move.
Yeah, he didn't make it though.
He didn't make it.
Yeah, he didn't make it because that's not where the game is at.
But it's sad though. Like you have these kids going into college. It all depends on what conference they're in, right? Because every conference plays differently. But this guy doing what he have to do, moving motherfuckers, and he can't make it to the league because he's too heavy.
Right.
And he can't stretch out. It's just like it's so weird, and I feel like Zion, if he would play his back to the basket, I think he could power whomever.
Yeah.
But
not his whole game. Like, I don't think he should play like that the whole game.
Nah, I'm not saying his whole game. I'm just saying, like,
if he had more post moves,
get your buckets. Right.
What I do mind is the people who shoot it. I'm old school. I grew up in old school. So it was a time that you just couldn't come down. Like if you was the 9th guy on the bench, 8th guy on the bench, or if your percentage was low, you just wasn't shooting because you was open. You was open for a reason. like you're open because you did the scouting report. We know you can't shoot.
Right.
We know you can't shoot.
But I see the game today, and it's so hard to watch because you have Steph Curry, who's a phenomenal player,
right?
Changed the whole trajectory of this industry, and now everybody is on the wing, either on the wing, up top, and perimeter shooting threes, and nobody actually grabbing rebounds anymore. If you notice, it's like, okay, nobody crashing boards.
Right.
We just gonna run back on defense, and it's so weird. Like the game has become like, and I think we spoke about this, and I said, won't you just have a whole team full of guards and call it a day?
I mean, that's essentially what it is right now, though. This is a team full of guards. Everybody can dribble. There was a time if you was a big man, you get that ball off the glass, you better not think about moving until the point guard come back down and get that damn ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the game has changed. But I always say this, man, like it's going to be something we got to get used to. Because what sports was built on was the ruggedness, right? Like all the sports is still pretty much the same. Like football is always going to be the same. The nature of football is going to be the same. You run into guys, tackle guys, whatever the case may be. And then you also not falling in love with the players. You're falling in love with the brand. If you like the Cowboys, you like the Cowboys because you just like the Cowboys, right? Like if I like the Eagles, I like the Eagles. But with basketball, we always fall in love with the basketball player, the story of the player.
What? But was it like that when we was kids?
Yeah, the reason why here's the thing, man. When we debate this Jordan and LeBron thing, I don't think we're really debating the skill set. Like we know LeBron is a better all around player.
Right.
We know he can pass, he can shoot, he can do all these things, right? The stats speak for itself. Can't debate too much of the shooting percentage and all that because LeBron's shooting percentage on the 3-point line is better, field goals is better. What you're debating is a story. The story of Jordan being this underdog who didn't make the high school team, had to do 3 years in college, and then he came in and was the man. He was the face of the league. LeBron's
Did
story,
he come in and be the man though?
No, he wasn't the man. He wasn't. But here's the thing:
he had to wait for Larry.
He had to wait for those guys to leave, 100%. But it was perfect timing for Jordan because when Larry and them guys left, NBA did a $600 million deal with NBC that opened up the market. To open up the market.
Yep.
So if the big dogs is leaving, who's the next dog? It's Jordan, the guy who comes in the league and averages about 37 points or whatnot. They messed LeBron's story up because he comes from a single-parent household, but they had him the chosen one. They had him the king. And you know, like I know, people hate when it's they have the affirmations of they hate when you have confidence. They hate when you love yourself. They hate when people. It's like Floyd, right? Like Floyd was Pretty Boy Floyd, Money Mayweather, all these things, and still haven't lost, and they wanted him to lose so bad. Same thing with Muhammad Ali. They hated him because he loved himself. They hated him because he believed in himself. Jordan was kind of like the humble guy. Jordan was kind of like, I'm good. This is my team. But, and that's what they like. The people like the shut up and dribble idea.
Right, but he was not humble. That dude was not
Who,
humble.
Jordan?
Jordan was not humble.
Man, listen, in comparison to LeBron, I think he was more humble.
But we know why, because there weren't any social media.
True. Very true.
So we didn't really see like the ins and outs of Michael Jordan's life.
Right. 100%.
So
100%.
That's why I feel like back in the, with stars and celebrities, it's a whole bunch of like, oh, we got to have that mystique.
Yeah.
Like if we don't see you out, if we like, ooh, like a Beyonce. You don't see Beyonce going anywhere, right? But it's like that mystique about her. It's just like, nah, if Beyonce started going to all the clubs in LA.
You start judging a little more.
Exactly. You like
if you, just imagine remember when they caught when Paul Pierce was on the live and he had the strippers?
Yeah.
Just imagine Jordan. Where would Jordan Brand be?
Oh, it would be a wrap. It would be a wrap.
Jordan Brand had the strippers and he had to smoke a cigar.
Yeah. We smoking, we got the bitches. I was like, this is crazy.
Exactly. Watch the N-word. Watch the N-word.
Oh,
shit. I'm trying to keep your family friendly, but the other stuff is cool.
These are hilarious.
Exactly. So when you think about it, stuff like that, I agree with you. You didn't really see him. You didn't really see his whole life. And I said this before, I think that's the video he was referring to. The difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James is mass media. Mm-hmm. You had WGN and you had CBS, but they didn't play every game. You didn't see it 4 times before 12 o'clock like it was on SportsCenter, right? Like LeBron has NBC, ABC, NBA TV, TNT, TBS, social media, all 3 ESPNs, ESPN 1, 2, ESPN Classic.
Right.
And then if he loses, now you're seeing it 4 times a day because all them stations have 4 sports channels.
Yeah.
And then he play again later on at night too. And then if you're on a losing streak, it's heightened. Mm-hmm. It's heightened. And then now you got the phone. Like now dude's making funny clips. Don't let the funny clips go viral. Imagine Jordan in his first, for 6 years he was losing? Imagine the first 6 years of him losing. And you had all that access.
And people won't see him as the GOAT.
Exactly. And that's the difference between the two. I think media plays a big part when we start to judge guys. Like, the most common is the 2011 playoffs. Everybody, JJ Murray, stop. But then it's like, only way the 2011 situation is relevant is in 2011.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every player had a series where you're like, yo, what happened? Kobe Bryant had the series with the Suns where he was they was up 3-1. He didn't want to shoot no more and lost.
Yeah.
Shaq had the series with Hakeem Olajuwon, right? But he ended up winning more rings.
Right.
So every player has a series. Jordan he lost to his first, he lost to the Bucks the first round and all that. Like, every player has these series where they don't do the best. So, but you can't say that's their legacy. That can't be the face of their legacy. So 2011, you got to figure nobody thought Dallas would win the championship. They was like 3rd or 4th. They beat the defending champion Lakers. They beat the Spurs. So when people talk about it in that way, they always just looking, it's just the media part that's keeping it heightened.
I think, like you said, media plays a major part, and media heighten it in a way like something so minute could be, they'll just blow it up. You know what I mean? Just like the whole, like you said, the whole JJ Barrera, like with Jason Terry putting the tattoo on him, and everybody's like, oh, you ain't gonna win no championship, blah, blah, blah. Confidence, right, with Jason. But that, when I watch that, when I go back, because I'm a Heat fan.
That's
so when I go back and watch what happened, I felt like you guys were full of yourselves.
Right.
You guys thought, oh, we ran through everybody.
Uh-huh.
The hardest team was the Celtics.
Right.
Dallas, we gonna wash them.
Uh-huh.
And then, nah, you got beat. Hold on, what was it? It went. They beat Miami.
What Dallas?
Dallas beat Miami at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then Miami came back.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Your memory gonna be better than mine. I box, so I get hit in the head, so I don't remember everything.
But it was like Dallas beat Miami, and I think Miami beat Dallas, and then Dallas went up 2 games.
Yeah.
Then Miami won, and then I think Dallas won in 6.
Right.
And I was just like, yes, it hurt, but at the same time, with media, everybody was looking at LeBron like, yo, you the king. And they kept on playing, not 1, not 2, not 3, kept on playing that over and over and talking about, oh, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Like, all that, you have all that playing in your head, and you're supposed to be the best player or the chosen one. Now he's the frozen one. Like, Jordan didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah. 100%.
Like Jordan, like hearing the stories with Jordan, and like when he came back was when he was wearing 45, and somebody said something to him, and that's when he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, "Let me get my other jersey back," and blah blah blah. Now he balling. It's like, bro, he didn't like he had an off game. Like when he came back, there were nobody, like media wasn't that big that they could just like take him down. So for all these people that look at Jordan, LeBron, and always say, oh, Jordan is a GOAT. And I'm like, how, man? Like, LeBron makes everybody around him better.
Right.
Now, at the same time, a lot of people can't play with LeBron. But at the same time, a lot of people couldn't play with Kobe. A lot of people couldn't play with Jordan. It's just, you know, you have that big figure on a team, and some dudes be full of themselves and be like, nah, I'm a baller too. And
you said something that was that clicked in my mind. You said Jordan didn't have to deal with it. And one of the things that I keep thinking about is he didn't have to deal with a lot of things LeBron had to. Like when LeBron was chasing rings, and I say chasing rings, I'm talking Spurs 2007, whatever. LeBron had to pass to Boobie Gibson. He had to pass to Delonte West. He had to pass to these.
Big Z.
Like when Jordan started was catching his rings and all that, they wasn't just putting random guys. They wasn't putting Eric. They kept the same guys. Scottie Pippen was there. Every time for all those 3-peats, he always had a big 3.
Right.
He had a Horace Grant. He had a Dennis Rodman. He had a good coach. He had a good system. So that's why I always say LeBron is the GOAT, because you're talking about a guy who was battling adversity and for consistency. Like Jordan stopped a couple of times. You know what I mean? Like just imagine if Bron stopped after he won 2, and he stopped because his coach, because the coach he wanted wasn't there. Then what did y'all say?
They gonna flame him.
Exactly.
They gonna flame him.
100%.
And I think with because we never know, right? Because who won those two championships?
Which one?
When Jordan was gone. The Rockets.
The Rockets, yep.
So who knows if Jordan actually played the Rockets and got mollywopped.
Right. Yep. And that was almost at the end of Hakeem's, his prime.
Exactly.
So Jordan dug some smoke right there.
We would never know.
The Bulls never had a center. They never had a good center. What, Luke Longley?
I mean, you had Luke. You had Charles Oakley.
Charles, yeah. And Charles, respectfully, Charles was an all-star for the Knicks. He used to try, but not better. He wasn't stopping. If Shaq couldn't stop him, he wasn't stopping. But you from Miami, right?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Which part?
Overtown.
I don't know too much about
Overtown. Is basically downtown.
I'm a tourist Miami guy.
Basically downtown Miami.
Right.
But that's like historically a black neighborhood is Overtown.
Gotcha. What's the best Miami team?
The best Miami team?
Miami Heat team that you've seen growing up.
Ooh. Well, what are we talking about here? The best Miami team, I was like, me personally, I would say Dwayne Wade, LeBron, and Bosh. But growing up, I would say PJ Brown, Tim Hardaway.
Yep. Dan Marley.
Dan Marley, Alonzo Mourning. Well, this is like, we talking about 96, 97,
Yep.
98, 99. Like, those are the years we're almost to the pinnacle. And we always hate the Knicks.
Right.
I can't stand the Knicks.
For that
Either the
series.
Knicks or the Pacers.
Yeah,
At the time, I don't think Celtics
stayed
were
in y'all way.
Yeah,
They stayed
in our way. You know, but yeah, like growing up, that was like, I remember like getting up, NBC, watching the playoffs. It was fun, and then after the game, you go outside and trying to do some of the moves.
Did
like
you?
at the court. Yeah, I played basketball when I was a kid. Yeah.
Respectfully, was you like still? You.
I was a big dude. I was always big.
Like, now I always say Shaq always changed the culture. Like anytime a big guy came on, he was baby Shaq.
Nah, I was always like.
Was he baby Shaq?
You want to know the funny thing is?
Yeah.
He was my favorite. It's funny because nowadays you have people that have favorite players, and they'll just move and go wherever this player goes.
Right.
But me personally,
That's me.
I'm like, I'm a Heat fan, but my favorite person to watch as a kid was Karl Malone.
Really?
Dog.
The mailman.
The mailman.
The behind the head. That joint.
Hey, dog. And his little post.
I did.
It's like, bro, it was, I always, until, we ain't going to talk about the mailman. But yeah, I always loved Karl Malone as a kid, and I always loved watching like Dennis Rodman, all the big dudes. Like basically, I'm here to just get rebounds and pass the ball.
That's what you call changing the culture. Like Dennis Rodman had guys wanting to. I had a homie, right? His name was Tim. Shout out to Tim, and he only grabbed rebounds. When we used to play 5-on-5, he didn't want to never shoot the ball. And he was like, yo, bro, I'm about to make me a mixtape of grabbing rebounds. That's how strong. How strong Rodman's presence was.
His presence was, and the crazy thing is, everybody knew their lane. Mm-hmm. Like, but we was on a traveling team.
Right.
And that's all I cared to do. Like, play defense, grab rebounds, take charge. Like, these were the fun thing. And it's like, yo, shoot the ball. And sometimes coach would yell at me to shoot. And I'm like, nah, I'm not shooting. I'm passing. I'm just going to pass it out. I'd rather get an assist than, because I would stay in my head, like, just like doing something that I'm not, like, I don't feel comfortable doing. Like, layup, yeah. But a mid-range, nah, I'm not doing it.
That goes back to what you said earlier, how the Steph Curry effect, and no disrespect to Steph Curry, how everyone wants to shoot now.
Right.
What you talking about is how we all grew up. Like, I don't care how many rebounds. If you was the guy who grabbed rebounds, I don't care how many rebounds you grabbed. You didn't ever come down court thinking, I'm going to chuck up a 3 now.
Right.
You didn't think of that because that's how the game was played. And that's how professional sports is played in general, right? Like, you think about football. These guys got a job to do. Mm-hmm. Your job is to tackle, my job is to run. Mm-hmm. Like, with basketball, it's just such a free-for-all. Like, you don't know who, if Edie for the Memphis Grizzlies is open, he's shooting a 3. He's shooting a 3. And that, what you just said reminded me of how people used to play. Because I'm thinking to myself, damn, like, my man Tim, he never shot a 3. Like, he never even thought about it. Like, he never was like, man, I'm about to shoot this.
Exactly.
I'm wide open. Like, he knew why he was wide open.
But you want to know the crazy thing back then as well? Mm-hmm. And it shows you how fundamentally sound these players were back then.
Right.
It's like, you could never leave a player open back then and they not bust a three or just drop it. It's just like if you're open and nobody on you, he's gonna make it. Right? Compared to now, some of these players they leave them open.
Yep.
And they break it. I'm like,
Break it.
how you gonna break something when you practice this? You get paid to do this.
Absolutely.
And you don't make it.
Absolutely.
But then we watching like you at practice and you're just sitting at the three and you just wet. Then at the game, you open, nobody around you, and you can't make a shot.
Boston Celtics all day. That's the boy. Boston Celtics lost the whole series because they was determined to make them threes. They was on an ego trip with them threes, man.
What Mark Jackson say? You live by the three,
die by the three.
You die by the three.
Big facts.
Everybody can't be Steph Curry. And that's the thing. It's like these players think they could be Steph Curry, and you can't.
Can't.
This dude is something. He's a machine.
Yeah, he a different breed.
He's a different breed.
If kids went back and watched him play at Davidson to see how much movement he had, they'll be shocked. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm nowhere near this."
He used to run
all day.
Like
the kids know the handle part. The kids know, they look at that part. They put the pull up part or the logo part. They don't remember how he was running through 3 or 4 or 5 different screens, catching it and then shooting it, nailing it. And nobody can stop him. He averaging about 30 points in the big dance.
Right. But then he did that as well.
Right,
at Golden State.
He doing it in the league now too, but the kids don't look at that part.
Who do you blame?
You know what? I think we all was the same. The problem is we have better habits, right? Like you said, you would grab rebounds, but you had somebody to look up to. Dennis Rodman had a signature shoe. Dennis Rodman was on T. Dennis Rodman was in the WCW.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you had Charles Barkley had a commercial.
He had a signature shoe.
Who you blame? Again, media comes back into it. If you not celebrating a rebounder, nobody wants to rebound. Everybody was doing this because of Mutombo. I got a pair of Mutombos at the crib right now. My man from Africa, my producer is from Africa, and he hate my Mutombos.
Hold on. Which Mutombos do you have?
The first ones, the ones in '91, the ones with the African heritage on them.
Hold on, the Spaldings?
No, heck no, the Adidas.
Oh no, that's Olajuwon. Olajuwon wore Spaldings.
Oh, Olajuwon wore Spaldings. Okay, yeah, I ain't never copped no Olajuwons. I ain't doing no Olajuwon. Shout out to Olajuwon. That's my dude. But
I wouldn't wear those.
We ain't gonna do the Spaldings. But yeah, the media is what changes a lot when you think about it, right? Like up until this conversation, I didn't think about it. They don't celebrate no rebounders. Who's a top rebounder everybody excited about? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, Scottie Pippen averaged 17, 18 points for his career average, right? And he had signature shoes. You talking about Scottie Pippen, utility wing guy. They don't have that anymore, so kids don't want to be that. They want to be only the star. So you got 9 kids who don't work out hard who only want to be the star.
Kevin Johnson,
yeah, I fuck with Kevin Johnson.
Larry Johnson,
we got the grandmamas Converse.
The grandmama Converse,
Facts.
the Reacts.
Facts.
Who else? Who else had shoes? I think Dan Marley had shoes.
Hell no.
Dan
Marley had shoes?
Dan Marley had shoes at Phoenix.
Look that up. Dan Marley. I ain't never think about grabbing the Dan Marleys. You got the Dan Marleys? I ain't never think of the Dan Marleys.
Then you have Penny, you have Shaq.
Penny for sure. I do it.
I think Tim Hardaway had shoes. It seemed like everybody had a sneaker.
Right.
Like if you were good, and that's the difference between today's game and yesterday's game. Like they signified yo, these the top players, blah, blah, blah. Now it's just.
But some of these guys do have shoes. Tyrese Maxey has shoes. Jamal Murray has shoes. The only difference is Tyrese Maxey is good, but so is Joel Embiid, right?
Right.
Jamal Murray is good, but he's not the best player
I ain't wearing those Joel Embiid sketches.
Yeah, Joe Bell, he wilding for that one. He wilding. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
And Elijah Wan on that. I want to bring shoes back to home. So I'm going to buy sketches. Oh, man, if you don't throw this garbage, throw it in the garbage, bro.
They better off coming with their own shit.
Right.
They better off LaMelo Ball in it. They better off the Ball family.
Or Lei Ling, the Chinese brand. The one that Dwayne Wade wore.
Oh, yeah, no, not them.
The Ling Ling?
Not them.
Who else
the
wore
same
those?
thing with Steph Marbury did.
Oh,
no.
The Starberries.
Starberries, no.
Spalding.
No, Spalding's, no. We can't. It's certain things you can't do. Like, you can rock. I'll never forget when I went into City Blue. There's a store in Philly. It's called City Blue. And they had Jordan jeans. Like Michael Jordan jeans.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like, it's certain shit you can't do.
Nah.
Like cars, right? Like, I don't believe in buying a high, expensive car from a brand that sells cheap cars, like Nissan, right? Nissan got the Nissan, not the Nissan Z, but GTR. Nissan GTR is a car that costs over $100,000. I'm not buying a Nissan GTR when y'all got a Nissan Sentra that costs $15,000 or $20,000. I'm not doing that.
No.
If I'm gonna buy a $200,000 car, y'all better not have no cars under $50,000.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing none of that. We cannot share the same brand.
Just like Kia.
I'm not buying an expensive Kia. I'm not buying an expensive Kia gang. Like, you give me a Kia Soul, you give me a Kia Optima, but I'm not doing no Kia K9, whatever that shit called.
The Kia 6,
I'm
the
not
Kia
doing
9,
no.
the Kia 5. I'm like,
we're not doing that. So, tell me how it was in Miami when they was actually winning championships. That 2011 or that 2012, them back-to-back champions.
Pots and pans.
What that mean?
So that's the thing in Miami. When, because I would say the first team to actually win, well, of course, it's the Dolphins. But after that, like in the 90s, Miami started doing this thing like, because Florida Marlins was the first team to win a championship at home. And we bring out pots and pans. Clink, 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 clink. So every time a team will win, I'm talking about everybody hitting the streets with pots and pans, just like clink, 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 clink. And I think it's good for the city. Like, you can't tell us nothing for a year.
Right.
Because now Miami is up, South Beach, everybody's partying. Everybody want to be in Miami simply because you have a winning team there. And it's all fun. I think Miami remind me of LA. They have like similar culture when it comes
smaller.
When it comes to sports. Cause when LA is up, the city is up, prior to COVID. But Miami, like right now, last year, we won the Stanley Cup. Pots and pans.
Pots and pans.
Like, and the thing is, the pots and pans thing come from Caribbean folks. Right? So a lot of these people don't even watch hockey. They were like, oh, but we won? Oh, we coming out. And hopefully we beat the Oilers. And pots and pans gonna be out again, and people gonna have a good time. And like the parades are massive. Like massive. Like it just takes all over downtown Miami. That's where they have the parades. And I think they go all the way up Biscayne to like probably 20-something street. But it's a good time, man. I mean, you from Philly?
No.
I don't know what y'all do in the cold.
So, exactly. The Philly and Miami is two different things. They two different places, gang. Like Philly people go to. I've never heard a Miami person say, "Yeah, I'm going on vacation to Philly." Like I've never heard that. Like we're going to Miami. Like,
right.
That's a flex. Like you go to Miami, take my girl, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a big flex. Yo, where you live at is a big fucking flex. Dude, let me ask you, do you think you should get rid of do you think y'all should get rid of Pat Riley?
Yes.
Why? I swear, man, y'all sports fans for the Knicks, man, y'all ungrateful after everything.
No,
Pat
no, no,
Riley
no. Look.
done for y'all. Tibbs is done for the Knicks.
Respectfully, I feel like Pat Riley is the godfather, right? But I think a lot of these presidents or GMs or what have you, they make it seem like it's about them. And you're not, bro, I don't even like when it comes to like Miami sports, when it comes to drafts, I don't even pay attention to it.
Right.
Because I feel like they gonna do something stupid. Like when we drafted
Not Norris Cole.
Yes.
Norris Cole?
Norris Cole. We picked up Norris Cole.
What you got against Norris Cole? Norris Cole is a shooter.
Where?
I mean, that's his job. That's his role.
But where? He didn't.
I mean,
Norris Cole.
He won a ring with them, didn't he?
Yes.
He won a ring with them.
He won a ring. What I don't like about Pat Riley, he don't like playing rookies.
Very true.
He never plays a rookie.
I mean, what rookie? All right, what rookie you think Pat Riley should have played? Yeah, I can't think off the top of the head.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
so he didn't play. He didn't play Bam when he first came in because
was Bam good though? Was he good? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, y'all be giving a lot of these.
No, but I'm saying like, Bam was coming out of college.
Coming out of college.
But we had Hassan Whiteside.
Hassan Whiteside, exactly. He wasn't better than Hassan Whiteside.
As soon as you gave Hassan 110 mil, whatever it was at the time,
it's the money.
He was gone.
Yeah, it's the money. When you get to, like, I think with these players now, it's the money. The money, it's hard, bro. Like, I get it. Like, I gotta be honest. If you give me, if I'm Jason Tatum, you give me $300 million, $400, whatever his contract is. I don't watch people pockets like that. I'm not doing no dunk contest. I'm not jumping over no cars. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not. Listen, bro. I'm playing the games you're paid for. Like I can imagine. Because listen, and people always get upset because I think people look at it like, oh, it's millions versus what the average person making, right? But the average person, you go to work. If you go to work and you get paid $25 an hour to draw the bus, and they come out one day and say, hey, man, you know, we'll give you $30 an hour today if you wash the bus. You wash the bus and you fix that tire under there. You're going to be like, no, y'all don't pay me for that. Now, granted, I'm not saying these guys shouldn't participate in extracurricular activities such as the dunk contest. I'm not saying that. I'm saying they paying them too much too soon without any work done.
Right.
Like Shaq, all these guys we mentioned as our top 5, our GOATs, is because they really worked to be that, right? Like Jordan worked to be the name we talk about today. He put the work in. Jason Tatum, these guys, and this ain't no disrespect to him, but you got 2 points in one half. Jaylen Brown, you got 2 points in one half in the playoffs, and you getting paid $400 million. Like, you ain't working hard. Like, you guys ain't even, like, at least in the All-Star game, bro, you felt like, all right, cool, they going to BS a little bit the first quarter. They going to play around. They going to put on a show. But they didn't. They trying to win. Because people had contracts that was ending. People had sneaker deals they wanted to get. The money start coming in. Like, oh, shoot, I'm getting paid 15. Like, when Garnett came, you know, he had, at one point, Garnett was one of the highest paid players. He wanted to keep that because everyone else looking at him like, yo, man, I'm better than him. I'm better. You know what I'm saying? Like, at one point, Jordan was getting paid $30 million a year, right? The next player, I believe it was either Horace Grant or Patrick Ewing, and they was around in between 14 and 20 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else is below them. So they like, yo, it's 33 million up there to get? Oh, nah, I gotta hustle. I gotta grind this one out. I gotta get this money. It's 33 million.
Right.
Now you got guys who got max contracts who not even making the playoffs, who not even getting past first round. Jordan deserved that money. He was on a three-peat twice in one decade.
Mm-hmm.
He deserved that money. And so everybody else like, I got to get a ring. Now guys is like, yo, there's 4 or 5 guys in the league right now that's getting paid over $200 million a year. And they not in the finals right now.
You know who I think because who was the first Supermax crazy shit like that was Agent Zero?
Agent Zero. But he deserved it though.
But
you know the person I think who got a Supermax, who I felt like they wilding? Eric Bledsoe. They was wilding with that. Suns was tripping. Eric Bledsoe already been at like 6'1".
Why you doing Eric like that, man?
I ain't doing him like nothing. Like I shout out to Eric, man. I hope he come on the show. Like, nah, real rap, man. I like him, man. But you know, at the end of the day, like, dog, like max though. Like you talk, like, listen, Booker get a max. Booker been doing 25 or better points per game,
right,
for the last 6-7 years. You follow me? Like Eric wasn't doing that. Eric wasn't doing that.
And
he had a good agent.
I think this is what happens too. You have all these max players, and they start thinking selfishly,
right?
Instead of going, all right, let's restructure this, coach. I want to keep so-and-so on the squad.
Uh-huh.
Instead of giving me 200, I take.
Oh, they ain't doing that no more. They ain't doing that no more.
And that's why I feel like the game has...
Pay cut to get a championship is out of the question.
Bro, that's why the game has diminished.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the numbers, people don't really watch NBA like that no more. And...
in a way.
Another person who messed it up is Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. Why Kawhi Leonard mess it up?
Bruh, all this... my pinky hurt today, coach. So I can't play.
I like Kawhi.
But Kawhi don't get, like, think about it. If Kawhi was one of those players, because at the time they were saying Kawhi was better than LeBron.
Yeah.
They was always trying to find somebody. Kawhi. Kevin Durant.
Is he better than Kevin Durant?
Who?
Kawhi.
Is Kawhi better than Kevin Durant?
Yeah, I had this debate with my man Smarky Walker. He said that Kawhi better than Kevin Durant.
Where?
I mean, obviously the defensive end is first. Definitely better than Kevin on the defensive end. But he was saying as an all-around player. As an all-around player.
No.
I like Kevin over Kawhi for sure. And I say that because I don't really jump on it. Just because guys are good, I gotta respect the guys who actually playing. Like, you resting a lot, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't no just, like, he'll still go down as one of the best small forwards, but you resting a lot of your career.
And his name doesn't even ring bells anymore. Like, you don't hear people talk about, oh, Kawhi this, compared to, like, what, back in, like, 2018, 2019?
Because you don't know what you're going to get out of him. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what kind of season you're going to get.
Right.
If you like, Kawhi, one of them guys, like, you're just happy if he just shows up. Like, if he shows up, get you 24 points, I bet Kawhi's in the game. And he's a talented player. Like, I remember watching one game, and every time he shot the ball, I was like, that's cash. And he was hitting that shit. He's a talented player, but whatever injuries he's going through, he really go through them. He really go through them.
There's a lot of players I feel like could have been stars.
Name one.
Homie that played for the Spurs.
DeAndre Murray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deontay Murray.
That boy could have been a star.
He got injured, though. He was nice for the Atlanta Hawks. He was nice everywhere he go. He was nice everywhere he go.
But what happens? I think sometimes GMs do things to not let players shine.
Really?
You don't believe so?
No. I still think it's the money. Listen, bro, it's hard. Like when we grow, like I always say this, man. It's easy to get money when you don't have it. It's easy to grind when you want to get stuff, but it's harder to grind and go after shit when the sheets is 14, 5,000 threads. There's a warm body next to you every morning. It's harder to go out there and get it at that point.
All right.
I think it's easy to be in a car that you don't want and then want more versus being in a Lambo and then still waking up every day doing like you did before.
I'm trying to figure out who I could talk about, because I could speak on like the NFL side.
Mm-hmm. Did you play football?
Yeah, I played football.
College,
yeah.
nice. Pro, any?
No, I knew. I was like, yo, I love my brain.
Where'd you play at?
I played at Cal Lutheran University.
Okay.
I played at Santa Barbara first, and I went to Cal Lutheran University.
Gotcha.
I like my brain too much. I think while I was in college, I saw that movie CTE, Concussion, with Will Smith, and I was like, no wonder these dudes been going crazy. Mm-hmm. Shaking your head all the time.
Yeah, I you know what? I had an experience with that. I remember Junior Seau.
Mm-hmm.
Junior Seau, I played for the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
And when I lived out in San Diego, I used to, I had a friend, my man CS Keys, RIP CS Keys, and they were best friends. They were like best friends, and he bought me, he used to bring me like the dinners and stuff like that, Junior Seau dinners. Junior Seau had like a restaurant or whatnot. Cool dude, man, cool dude, cool family. And I remember that year he passed away. And they was talking about how he was dealing with the migraines. He was dealing with the headaches from football.
And it's not only migraines, bro. It's like you become bipolar. Like you start getting mad, like out of nowhere. You're like, yo, what's going on? And you'll come back too.
Right.
And like it's the chemical imbalance in the brain that like it just keeps messing with you. That's why some of these guys, they off themselves because it's like they can't, because you start having these suicidal thoughts and you're like, what am I going to do? Am I going to kill my family? So that's why these dudes just take themselves out before they even hurt anybody else.
Yeah, I see. That's why, I mean, I don't know too many stories about boxers doing that, but that's why I slowed down with the boxing. Like I slowed down. I used to go to a well-known boxing gym where there's a lot of pros come through. I used to go over there. They used to have like this thing. It was a theme like gangster party, right? And the trainer, it's the same trainer for what's his name? Tall dude from Alabama. Deontay. And it was called a gangster party, and basically he just invited cruiserweights and heavyweights, right? And I was going, and it was 3 times a week. And I was going maybe 2 times a week. But you going 2 times a week and you getting hit by guys. Like right now I'm 225, right? Like so I fight somebody 225.
Oh, you fight heavyweights.
Heavyweights. They're coming down from like they're walk around weight like 240.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting hit, and then over time I started to realize, damn, I'm forgetting words. I don't remember certain stuff. That's why when people debate with me and they're like, see, you don't know basketball. You don't remember these stats. No, I know basketball. I just don't remember the stats.
Right. Because it happens because with me, I'll say I probably gotten concussions, but I don't know.
Right.
Because, bro, you play the sport, man. It's like if you one of the star players on the team, they gonna do whatever they can to make sure you stay in, or they keep you in, or like, no, you good, blah, blah, blah. And there was always one of those, and I'm doing this all game.
Yep. What position you play?
I play guard. So I'm hitting all game, and I'm pulling.
Right.
And I'm hitting linebackers, and I'm doing all this, and so you start to go, like now, people are like, oh, it's because you're getting older or whatever the case may be. But no, I think playing sports, especially contact sports like that, you never know what's going on in the brain, like how much. And I'm glad that I'm not like a lot of people that started at 11, 10. Like my parents.
When did you start?
I started high school.
Okay, good for you.
My mom would not allow me to play Optimus or football. So what I did was I played baseball.
Nice. Were you good at baseball?
I think if I would have stuck with baseball, I would have made it.
Not for you. Yeah. What made you get into acting? Like, how'd you get into acting? Because Miami don't have a real entertainment base.
The reason I got into acting is because I went to art school, and I was on the singing side. And the school that I went to, it was like a magnet program. The teacher wanted to teach us opera. I'm like, I ain't with this, man. What are we doing?
She was doing it though, bro.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, don't try to act like you walked out of the classroom.
No, listen, man. I used to, and it's crazy because from elementary school, I was in the boy group, right? And then I go to this magnet program, and the whole group was supposed to go to this magnet program so we could better our singing or whatever the case may be, but only 3 of us out of the 5 made it.
Right.
So when we got to the school, one of the dudes, he was like, man, this school too white. I'm out of here. I'm going to, Booker T or whatever. And then the other dude, we were in class, but we was dealing with the same thing. It was just like we were the only 2 black dudes in this class.
Right. And
this is like voice, and you got to learn diction, and you're learning all this stuff. It was like, bruh, we just want to sing R&B. And the lady was like, nah, there ain't no R&B here. We going to learn how to sing opera. And I hated it. Right. I hated it. And so I was always leaving class, going to the bathroom, and then I passed by the acting class. And these students are on the stage just acting a fool. I was like, yo, this is what I want to do, right? But then I was like, I don't know how to get into it. So my teacher, my math teacher, Mr. Gainey.
Shout out, Mr. Gainey.
Shout out, Mr. Gainey. He used to miss class all the time. And I was like, yo, Mr. Gainey, why you always missing class? He was like, oh, man, you know what? I'm going to let my twin come teach y'all, blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, stop lying. Like, and sometimes he would come in and act like he was his twin, right?
So he didn't have a twin?
He didn't have a twin. But
I thought that'd be dope.
Right?
He came in with a twin. I'm like,
but one day we had to go watch a play, and it was Raisin in the Sun. And he wasn't in class. So we went to go watch the play. I'm watching the play, and I'm looking at the lead, and I'm like, why does it look like Mr. Gainey on stage? Play is done. And they was only showing it to students, like middle school students. It wasn't like at night or whatever. And then I see him, I'm like, oh, Mr. Gainey, you an actor? He was like, yeah, don't let everybody else know this is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And from there, I saw him on stage, so I was like, oh, man, if he could do it, I could do it.
Right.
And so from there, I go to high school. I was supposed to go to a New World School of the Arts, that's where my mom worked. And I was like, I want to play sports. Like, this school is nothing but art, like music, dance. It was like one of those Tupac schools that Tupac went to in Baltimore. And I was like, you know what? I want to play sports. So I go to Miami Beach High School, and I get in a drama class for the first time. I didn't like it because it was a whole bunch of weirdos in class. It was like,
you from what? You said Overlook?
Overtown.
Overtown. You from Overtown.
I was
Miami.
like, damn, man, there's a whole bunch of weirdos. But I got into it, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. And I moved to Santa Barbara, went to school to Santa Barbara, graduated from Kowloon.
Uh-huh.
And once I graduated in 2009, I just boom.
Yeah, I got a lot of respect for you actors, man. Like when I was a talent agent many years ago, I had a chance to watch someone audition to be on someone's client list, agent's client list.
Oh my God!
And like to see someone.
So you had to sit down. So basically, they came in and auditioned in front of.
Right. They auditioned, like they would bump into stuff that wasn't there. They would drink something that they didn't have, and they would try to cry. They would try to do everything. And typically, you know, it's usually like guys or women who just getting into LA, right? Like they try to do everything they can. Mm-hmm. And that was my first time seeing someone audition. I didn't know anything about it. I just wanted to be an agent. I just thought the agent part was cool, right? And when I saw it, I was like, yo, that's tough, bro. Like, that's hard, bro.
It's hard, man.
Like y'all, like shout out to y'all, man, who come out here with a dream, knowing that millions of other people. I think it was like tens of thousands of people come out here every year trying to do what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
And it takes time. It takes time. You've been acting for you got a lot of movies. How many movies you been?
I've been in
movies and shows altogether.
Movies and shows altogether. Probably like 30.
30?
Yeah.
You think? How long did it take you to get in your first mom? If you hold it at 30 seconds, you gonna see me?
Nah, I was on my first year out. I graduated 2009. I moved out to Marina Del Rey in August.
Oh, you was getting that money. Marina Del Rey, no, listen, I think you were going to give me another story. I went to Inglewood, I had to drive.
Respect to my parents.
Oh, okay.
They made sure that I was good. Mm-hmm. You know, I'll always, whatever they need, I'm always gonna give it to them because they and you know both of my parents worked at colleges, so you know. And funny story, I told my mom I would never move back to Miami. I'd rather be homeless.
Right.
So when my mom told that to my dad, it hit him like, damn, like he won't move back. So he just made sure, like, wherever I moved to, when I first got out, they made sure. He was like, listen, we'll pay your rent, but you're going to have to figure out how to feed yourself.
Okay.
And that's what I did. I was like, all right, bet.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, you Haitian, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, now, when you told your family, because I know Haitians is kind of strict.
Yeah.
So
listen, the way I played my parents is, so they wanted me to go to school. That's why I went to the JUCO. Because when you're in college, you're trying to see what college you're going to go to, where you're going to get a scholarship. And I was messing around in school that I was supposed to go to school in Iowa, and I didn't get all my stuff done, and I got stuck, right? So I basically took a gap year. I didn't go to school, right? And my parents were like, you know what? Oh, you want to hang out? Okay. We ain't giving you nothing. Like, you're sleeping under our roofs, but you're going to have to figure out this on your own. So when I told them, all right, okay, cool, I'm going to college. I'm going to go to college in Miami. My parents was like, okay, cool, we're going to give you money, right? So the money that they gave me was supposed to go to buying a car, right? I took the check. I wait till it cleared. I bought me a cell phone.
Uh-huh.
I bought me a ticket. What I did was, my parents saw me come in with luggage. They're like, "What are you doing with this luggage?" I'm like, I'm moving. They're like, "Moving where?" "California." "What do you mean you moving to California?" "Yeah, I'm gonna go to college in California." And it like wrecked them. They were just
you.
like,
so you ain't even have a college set up.
Nah,
you was on some shit.
I was like, but the way I picked Santa Barbara, everybody's like, "Yo, what you do?" So what me and my homie did, because he was a bounce back from Florida State.
Right.
He was playing ball at Florida State, and so we was like, "Yo, we going to school in California." And what we did, we remember what Coming to America when they spin the globe. And they point, and they were like, "Oh, New York, Queens." So blah, blah, blah. It was basically, that's the same thing we did. I took my finger, I ran it up and down.
How old were you then?
Well, I was like 19.
Oh, that's good shit.
I ran my finger up and down. Ojai. I was like, what the hell is Ojai? Then we saw Ventura. I was like, Oxnard. I was like, names sound weird. And we saw Santa Barbara. And then we went on the website. We saw Phil.
Well, y'all kind of cheated.
What do you mean?
Like, y'all cheated.
What do you mean we cheated?
I mean, if you landed on Ojai, nigga, go ahead, Ojai. Like,
Nah, but look, there's no college in Ojai.
Okay, all right.
So when we looked at Ventura,
Oxnard is some college.
there's Ventura College, there's Oxnard.
Uh-huh.
But when we looked at Ventura, I was like, I didn't like the colors. It was like black and something. And then we looked at Oxnard, I was like, because you know when you look at college website, and the first thing you see usually, you see females, right? You're like, you're like, oh, okay, yeah. But the females that was at Oxnard, we was like, nah, we're not doing it.
Wasn't it?
But when we opened Santa Barbara, the first thing you see is the ocean, and then you see the field. The field is across the street from the ocean.
That's good marketing.
So I saw that, I was like, yo, this is where we going.
Did you like Santa Barbara?
I loved Santa Barbara.
Did you?
I loved, at the time, I loved Santa Barbara. Now,
because you ain't experienced LA yet. That's why you love Santa Barbara. Like, I couldn't imagine living. Like, I go out there for a game. I go out there to, if I wanted to just chill or something like that, I would do that. But if I would experience, like, I went to the Bay Area out of Philly, right? Around the same age as you. 20 years old, go out to the Bay Area and fell in love with it immediately. Like, I'm an inner city kid. So I didn't think palm trees existed. I thought it was fake. I thought it was something that they put in the beginning of the credits of movies. So when I landed in Oakland, I called my man. I was like, yo, bro, they really got palm trees. Right?
All y'all Northeasterners think the same.
Yo, I'm telling you, because East Coast is like a jungle. It's like a concrete jungle, bro. And like, if you live, like, so I lived in Philly, we got row homes. So you can hear everything that's going on next door. Yeah. So it's everything is tight. And then you got the weather. Terrible. So you got about 3 or 4 months where you can really be moving around for real. Everything else is you going back home. So when I used to see palm trees as a kid, I used to think like, man, it ain't real, man. Cause shit, my family didn't get on plane. I never did a family vacation. So when I saw it, I was like, yo, I'm never going back. Once I saw it, I promise you, I landed in Oakland June 16, 2007. And at that moment, I told myself, I'm never going back to Philly. I had a girlfriend and everything. I used to sing her this, bro. Remember your boy, Wyclef Jean?
I'll be gone to November.
You tell my girl I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November. I'll be gone till November.
Facts. I'll be going to November.
I'll be gone to November.
No, I was done. And sure enough, man, that was my, I think that was June. We had like one little break in August. And then after that, man, I never looked back. I love Philly to death. I got a bunch of Philly tattoos, but that was it for me. I was just like, I'm cool. Man.
I wouldn't want to go back to Philly. I mean, my brother lived in South Philly.
I thank God. That was crazy. South Philly wild too. I thank God though I didn't experience LA first. Like Bay Area was cool. Bay Area was chill. Bay Area is spread out. Like I always call like the Bay Area like a down south, West Coast. Like everything is so far apart, right?
I try to tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Bay Area is basically like not the beaches of Miami, but if you go like in the hood, Oakland, they have the same type of cars.
Yep.
They drive either donks or like old schools up in the Bay. Everybody got wicks or dreads.
What's Wicks, bro? You keep saying Wicks. Like I'm kind of thrown off by that. That's why I couldn't find a guy who you was talking about.
Wicks are where you see like Kodak Black, right?
I know. I know the
like,
player you talk about now. You're not talking about DeJounte Murray.
I'm talking about DeJounte.
Who is it? What's his name? Pull him up. Pull him up.
See, those are Wicks.
Yeah. You're not talking.
Oh, yeah, Lonnie Walker.
That's who you talking
Yes.
about. You're not talking about, he
See?
cut his hair. Okay. You talking about that guy. Yeah,
Lonnie
now I remember.
Walker.
Now that you said Wicks, I remember him. I was like, yo, he don't look like he should be on the Spurs. Because Spurs got the clean cut. They got different. You don't really see a lot of stars out of the Spurs with tattoos and the Kodak Black look. But go ahead, finish your story. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying like they have either dreads and it's the same. It's the same. Like you would notice Oakland dudes or people from the Bay, like Vallejo, Richmond. They love Atlanta. They love the South because it's the same.
Yep.
It's the same vibe, same
Yeah,
feel.
I only got on Oakland. Matter of fact, O'Shea from Oakland. O'Shea from Oakland. But I ain't never really hang out with O. Shout out O.
Shout out.
Yeah, for sure. But I didn't hang in Oakland when I was in the Bay Area either. Though.
Where were you?
I was in like Fremont, Berkeley, San Francisco.
I
I was there to play ball, bro. Listen, bro. This was a real moment for me. I'm going to. I lived in Fremont this time. I'm walking to 7-Eleven. I had flip flops on, and I remember being on the phone with my girlfriend at the time. I was trying to keep a long distance thing going on here, and I got to 7-Eleven. And I realized I didn't look behind me one time. In Philly, I would look behind me every 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds walking home. And when I got to Fremont, I was like, damn, I don't ever want to leave. Like dog, we had a apartment full of basketball players, about 4 of us in a 2-bedroom, right? I never had a key to the apartment because we just left it unlocked. That was the first time I ever lived like that. And once I found like that peace, I was like, I'm cool on that. I'm cool going home.
But you was living in Fremont, man.
Hell yeah.
Fremont ain't.
I tell people that all the time. Like people be like, yo, you ever been down this part of, when I first moved out here, everybody was acting like, you go to Compton, go to Inglewood. No, I don't want to be in nobody's hood element. I lived that my whole life.
I respect it. Hey, shout out to Inglewood, Compton, Crenshaw, all that, Lamert Park, all that. But I'm not going somewhere where
I got worried.
I don't want to, because
I'm a bougie dude now.
I've been stuck. Listen, I've been to the jungles when the jungles were the jungles, and my homie was like, "Oh man, it's dark. It's time for you to go." I was like, "Bro, what you mean?" He's like, "Hey man, you gotta." It seemed like Thriller when all the zombies start coming out at one time. Like these dudes are coming out. I was like,
gotta make this a clip. This
I was
is
like,
hilarious.
no, it was like these dudes, all you see these dudes just coming out of nowhere and it's like getting dark. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, yo, all right, right, left, right, to get out the jungle. Because the jungle is hard. If you don't know your ins and outs, you get stuck in there.
I don't go nowhere near them parts, brother. I travel in the 7-mile radius.
7-mile radius of what?
Of Beverly Hills.
Of the west side?
Yes, sir. I don't go nowhere.
You have to, man. You have to go. You have to go south of the 10, bro.
I've been to like Drew League games. I played in the Drew League before, but I don't have. I played in the. I remember when the VBL had a couple games in Watts. I played in that. I played in that before, but I don't. There's no point. Like I don't want. What we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know no girls over there. I don't know no guys over there. I don't know no one over there. So, and I'm not like, I don't have, listen, bro, I grew up in Philly. Like I
Okay.
grew up in Philly, bro. Philly is one big hood, and it's just tiers. South Philly, North Philly, top tier hood, top tier. West Philly, Frankfurt, all the same.
Right.
Tier number 2. I grew up uptown. My family from North. I grew up North for about the first 10, 11 years of my life. Don't claim
What,
it.
Germantown?
No, well, that's uptown.
Okay.
So yeah, I grew up there. I grew up down the area, Oak Lane, Germantown. Went to high school up there. That's what I claim. And that's like tier, in my opinion, tier 3. Maybe it's changed over the years. I don't know. But even that area, my high school I went to, somebody got shot and killed right outside of school. Like we had metal detectors, all that stuff, daycare at the bottom of the school, fights every day, riots, blacks versus Jamaicans, all that type of stuff. And that was tier 3. Like that's tier 3. So for me, I don't feel no urge. Like if I go to Miami, I'm only staying in South Beach.
Why?
Because I don't even want to see the South Beach. I want to see what I paid for.
I'm gonna tell you something about Miami.
If I go to
Miami's
Houston, I don't want to go 3rd ward, 4th ward. I don't want to do none of that.
Miami has changed drastically.
Right.
And it's crazy because where I was born and raised, it's funny, the building is still there. But the buildings around it are buildings like at Staples Center. Like all these high rises, just like, and it's like, it hurts me that it's not the same. That's one thing I like about New York or Philly. It's like, you guys don't change.
That's not true. It's gentrified. It's definitely a lot.
There's gentrification, but what I mean by like your buildings, it's like it still look historic. It still look like something that's been there since the 1920s.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Which
Very old.
One thing I like about I give props to New York. But in Miami, it's like, because when you go back and you're like, dang, I want to show, when my kid's like, yo, this is we're playing football, this street football right here, blah, blah, blah. And everything is just like demolished. Everything, they just pummeled everything to build high rises. Now, I go in my same little neighborhood, I go to a little cafe, a cookie and an orange juice costs $33.
See,
what are we doing?
You got a nice neighborhood. You got a cafe. I ain't never go to a cafe. I got a cafe in Philly. Like, cafe is nice.
Like, what are we doing? This is Overtown.
Right.
This is like, but everything's changed. Everything's changed. So if you go there, you'll be fine.
Oh, I don't doubt I'll be okay. Like, listen, bro, I feel like if you can last in Philly, I'm pretty sure everyone feel like this about their neighborhood. If you can last in Philly, you can last everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I feel like if you can make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere. I feel like if you can get women in Philly, you can get women anywhere. Same thing from New York. You can get women from New York.
How hard is it?
Because they like dudes, in a way. They got
I know
big,
they're
got big brothers.
very aggressive.
They can be aggressive. Not all. They can be aggressive. And they know game though. This is the thing. I'm not saying they aggressive. They with masculine is what people want to say. I'm saying
no, not masculine. They could be aggressive. They could just be aggressive.
They can be aggressive, but they hip the game though. They know like if you try to run game,
right?
They know all that stuff. So if you can get a girl who know your game, you can get them anywhere. Because in LA, people believe you. Like, when you in California, people believe what you say. You be like, yo, really? Like,
I just told her I live in so and so. She's like, oh yeah, okay. Nah,
they believe you over here.
No, that's transplants. That's the transients that come here.
True,
I'm talking about
true.
LA.
I dated a girl from South Central, and yeah, her friends and her sister, and they knew the game. But yes, the transplants. But I'm saying there is a vast majority that takes up LA, and a lot of them is transplants. If you don't go to the places we talking about, Inglewood, Compton, you don't go to them places, you don't run into people from South Central in the Valley. Like, you don't run into them. Like, you don't run into them. You live in the Valley.
You run into them.
You don't run into them as much as you run into
Not
transplants.
as much, but
when people come out to LA, they go to the Valley.
Because you got to remember, a lot of the music studios.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you run into them like you run into them, but you like I'm talking about if you lived on Ventura Boulevard, you go out on Ventura Boulevard.
Oh,
you're not running into that.
Buddy ain't coming from Compton or whatever.
Yeah, you're not running into that. And then it's a lot of people. It's not like it's a dead area. It's not like, oh man, there ain't nobody out tonight, man. It's a hit or miss. No, it's most times North Hollywood, those places, you're gonna run into people from all over because they all chasing a dream. They all chasing a goal.
That's right.
But look, man, you mentioned something earlier about shoes. We want to talk about shoes. So we got this segment, right, called Who You Got, right?
Right.
So Who You Got is a segment where we give you some options, we give you some choices. First, I want to talk about rap. Because me and you, we talked in the gym, we talked about rap. But I didn't, you got your difference with, the man on trial right now, Diddy.
That's your boy.
You're my boy. Don't do that.
Take that.
That ain't my dog, man. I'm just an advocate of making sure people don't think black men lives should be is disposable. I don't know, I think punishment should be had, but that's just a different story.
His life. Hey, man.
Listen, I just want to talk about your top five. top
five
rappers.
What? Rappers? Top 5 rappers. Ooh.
Top 5 rappers. I don't know, who do Miami guys like? I don't know. Like, I never heard.
You want to know something,
Because
man?
I remember when I went to Oakland, people was like, E40 was better than Nas.
Oh, yeah, you'll hear that.
Yeah, like
You'll hear that. They probably said Mac Dre was better than Nas, too.
Mac Dre.
Yeah.
Listen,
Keep the Sneak.
Yeah, him. Mr. Fab.
Mr. Fab, yeah.
Man, I ran into Mr. Fab, LA Fit. We used to hoop together and shit.
My top 5, Jay is one. Not one. He's one of in the top 5.
Okay.
Rick Ross, K. Dot, Ye.
My producer sighed when you said K. Dot because you ain't say Drake. He don't like that.
Hey, listen. I don't know what floor we on, but if this was the top floor, go sing R. Kelly, I Believe I Could Fly. And go swim with the fishes. Drake would not be in my top 5. It's crazy because Wayne used to be in there.
That's crazy. Wayne's still in my top 5.
He can't though.
He's still in my top 5, bro.
Like what are we talking about? Are we talking about
like I'm talking? You talking about versatility? You talking about a guy who changed his style up? I mean, at one point, Wayne had the whole world in a chokehold for like 6 years. Like Barack Obama was shouting him out. Years. Probably more than 6 years, but.
I mean, I've been listening to Wayne since Lights Out.
But I like when he came out with the Drought 3. When Wayne came out with the Drought 3.
I mean, mixtape Wayne was totally different.
And then he was consistent. He was dropping every single week. So I haven't found anyone who I'm like, yo, he cooking Wayne right. No,
Are you serious?
No. I'm dead ass.
See?
I still like Wayne, man. I might not listen to everything he put out.
Have you heard his new music?
I haven't heard his new music yet.
No?
But I haven't been listening to music at all lately. Like in the last few months, I just been in my head, been in my thoughts, rebuilding and everything else. But when it comes to like top 5, no, I mean, I can't think of another rapper who's in the last from 2008, 2006, like the two.
But see,
who better?
Think about it like this. Just like Jay-Z, right? The only reason I would put Jay-Z in my top 5 is because he's one of those artists that I used to just sit there and listen to repeatedly. Just
right.
and just, oh, snap. Find something new. Find something new, right? Ross, being from the crib, everybody don't want to give him his flowers. Ross is lyrical.
Ross tough. I like Ross.
Ross is lyrical. K. Dot. I love his storytelling.
Yep. I'm a storyteller guy, yeah, for sure.
I would never put Eminem in my top 5. He might be in yours, huh?
No,
Oh no.
not
Okay.
my top 5.
T.I.
T.I. Yeah, T.I.
So
T.I.
that's
up there for me.
that's
That's
5.
That's 5. T.I. up there for me too. My top 5 usually go Jay-Z, Wayne, Biggie.
You said Biggie?
Yeah, Biggie for sure. Like I still can listen to some Biggie, bro. I like Biggie. Biggie. See, I like fly rap. I like when you talking fly, you talking money, you talking women.
you from North, y'all Northeasterners. Y'all just,
bro.
Everything
like
is about fly.
Everything fly. The Fab, F-A-B-O-L. He in my top 5. He in my top 5.
Stop
Real
it.
shit.
Stop it. Stop it.
And here's
Stop
how
it.
I treat. Look, hold on.
Fab is nice. Fab is nice.
He nice.
But to be in the top
Nas
5,
and then Nas. Like, but here's the thing. Here's how I rank my top 5. I treat it like basketball. Who is consistent? Who can do the most? Who did it for longer? Jay-Z rapped in different eras. Lil Wayne, Cook one of a full era. Nas, same thing. He's a storyteller. I love stories. Fab, mixtape Fab, different. Mixtape Fab different from the album Fab. Then I gotta go T.I. I like T.I. T.I. The only thing that hurt T.I. in my eyes is that
expeditiously.
Yeah, like when he got to like the later time, he was just putting out albums. That's different.
You want to know something?
But the first 5, 7 albums, solid.
I'm gonna tell you this. In this album, everybody slept on Dime Trap.
No, I like Dime Trap.
Dime Trap.
Yeah, I like Dime Trap for sure.
That's a sleeper album. Like I was like, ooh, this is where did this T.I. come from?
I have that on my morning playlist when I'm in the gym. I'll probably listen to one of them songs.
Dime Trap, is
definitely
fire,
facts. Big facts.
But yeah, like Lil Wayne, I used to have in my top 5. It's like when you come out, I want you to get better. And I feel like the Carter 5 didn't really do it for me.
I mean, I just think like the times change, man. The eras change, the music sound change.
So tell me, how can Jay-Z come out?
Jay-Z don't come out. He might jump on a song.
No. When he came out with his last album, 444.
I mean, 444. I didn't like every song on there. Man. I mean, I like a good majority of them. But nobody wins when the Family Feud and the Jamaican Beat, and I like those joints. But am I saying like, yo, this is a classic? Yo, I listen to it every day. Like it ain't Blueprint. Like let's be honest.
Okay, how many classics do Jay-Z have?
Reasonable Doubt, definitely a classic.
Is it really?
Yeah, Reasonable Doubt. Yeah.
Reasonable Doubt is one of those classics. It's a classic because everybody went back to it.
Very true. Very true.
It wasn't like Reasonable Doubt came out and everybody started loving Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, no.
People was looking at this CD like,
but it wasn't his time though. It wasn't his time. It was still Pac and Biggie time. It was still Pac and Biggie time. I like Black Album, Blueprint 1. Blueprint 1.
So Reasonable Doubt,
In My
Black
Lifetime.
Album, Blueprint 1.
In My Lifetime.
Volume.
1. I like In My Lifetime, Volume 1. And he's a classic in my eyes. I'm not gonna say Blueprint 2 is a classic. I like the one with him and Ye. That was tough. Watch the Throne. There you go. Watch the Throne was tough. Blueprint 3.
Blueprint 3?
Yeah, I like Blueprint 3, bro. I can still listen. Like what I call classic, if you got like 3 timeless songs on there.
3?
Yeah, Blueprint 3, bro. Blueprint 3. For sure.
Hold on, wait. You said
Concrete
3?
jungle where dreams are made of. That's classic.
No, man.
That's timeless, bro.
Won't you go ahead and just put Magna Carta in there too?
No. I'm not gonna do that. I got like 2 songs on there. That's cool. But that's on my playlist to this day.
Okay. Classics of Jay-Z's. I'm not gonna put Reasonable Doubt in there.
It's crazy.
Inner Life, Volume 2.
Okay.
Black Album. Blueprint. American Gangster.
American Gangster is tough. I don't know if it's a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic.
No hook.
Listen, from front to back, you can listen to that album and not flip.
No.
That's what make it. That's what make classic albums. Not just 3 songs. I'm like, oh yeah.
I'm talking 3 songs is timeless though.
I'm
Like, you
this.
can play it right now and get hyped.
I'm gonna tell you this: if Dynasty wasn't a
collab
album, I would say that's a classic as well.
I was thinking about Dynasty too. It was definitely solid. Look, man, let's get into the sneaker part. The first sneakers up. Which ones you got, man? Let's see. You got the title. You got the name of the sneakers on there.
Hey, throw those cons out of here.
You don't like these?
Are those the Larry Johnsons?
The Larry Johnsons. Let me
Grandmama's.
see. Let me pull my shit out.
Those the first ones.
The Larry Johnsons was tough, man. They was the Reacts.
The cons, yeah.
The versus the Reebok Kamikazes. Show me the Reebok Kamikazes.
Oh, the Kamikazes? The Shaqs?
No, they're not the Shaqs. The Kemps.
The Sean Kemps.
Which one you got?
I'm going Sean Kemp.
Going Sean Kemp. Fair enough. I like it. Yeah, they. I can still wear them to this day.
I'm going with the Sean Kemps.
Pull me up the Crazy Eights.
Oh, you could throw those in the trash.
You don't like the Crazy Eights? Give me the Crazy Eights with the pennies. Give me the Crazy Eight with the pennies.
I don't care which pennies you want. You could give me those, the phone posits, the other ones.
All right, I'll take those over.
I'll take pennies.
I'll take those. All right, give me the Jordan 10s with deposits. These right here or these right here.
I got a Jordan story, bro.
You met Jordan?
I met him.
Oh, we gotta tell you. What's the Jordan story? What's the Jordan story?
I'll go because I had him. I'll go with those.
I like those 2 over deposits because I never had either.
And deposits are too tight. They're like.
I want those though. I might get those this summer. Yeah.
Phone posits?
Yeah. I like the other ones though, the Jordan 10s, because I remember an episode of Martin.
Yes, and he
Martin
wore them, and he put his feet on the. I was like, what's that on the bottom of his feet? I was like, yo, this is
These are tough.
tough. Yes.
What's your Jordan story?
Okay, Santa Barbara. You know he has his camp in Santa Barbara.
Yeah, yep, facts.
So he used to. I would hear stories about Jordan come to the club
Right.
in Santa Barbara on State Street. And I was like, oh man. It was like, yo, this dude is a wild boy when he comes to the clubs. I was like, okay. So one night we in the club, the Sandbar. And Jordan will remember this damn story if you ever watched this podcast.
Hopefully Jordan watches this podcast.
We're at Sandbar. Me and my boy, the one I said that at the hedge fund. So we out there. You know, we on the dance floor, and all of a sudden, like roaches, bro. All the girls leave the dance floor. Right? We like, yo, what the heck? And we see is Jordan at the table, whatever, and just all the females flocked over there. We're like, okay, cool, whatever. The next night, same thing. We dancing, and these girls just leave the dance floor like roaches again.
Roaches, bro. Compared to girls and roaches, we gotta relax. We gotta get another.
Listen.
We gotta get another comparison.
Listen. If you're from the hood, you know if you turn the lights on,
I know what
the roaches just scatter like this.
You gotta remember, keep away from the hood like that no more. Like if you ever see, a lot of people don't see no roaches no
Listen, so I'm not saying the women are roaches. I'm just saying they just scattering.
All right.
Right? So me and my boy go, hey, if this, because we hot. We 38 hot, right? We like, yo, if he comes again, dog, we're going to have to have some words with Michael, right? Third night, I kid you not. And we thought we was just like, and we young, we were BSing at the time. Third night, same thing happens again. And we were like, yo, what the hell, man? So my boy go get a shot. He's like, yo, I need a shot. Get a shot. We go there. And at the time, his ex-wife is now at the club.
Right.
So we see her, and we, being nice. We're like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, she looks, she go, y'all young brothers want to talk to Michael? He's like, yeah, we'd like to talk to Michael. And then she go, Michael, these young brothers want to talk to you, right? He looked at us. I'm going to do it to camera. He looked at us and went about his business, back on his phone, right? Back on his phone. I was like, what the? My boy is hot now. He's like, nah, fuck that. So we waiting. And he's like, he gets off the phone. He's like, y'all want an autograph or something? My boy being from New York, Brooklyn at that, F no, we don't want no damn autograph. We need you to get the hell up out the club. Like that. And I'm watching him. I'm like, oh, you crazy, dude. He's like, what? He's like, yo, man, you come up here. You from Brooklyn, and all you see is these white girls and da-da-da. You see two black brothers, the only two black dudes in the club, and you want to show us no love? And then my boy said, look, I got your original tools on my feet. I paid $5,000. $5,000 at the time. Jordan looked at his feet. He go, so I got them too. I was like, yo, this dude is wildin'. He was like, man, what the hell y'all want, man? I ain't got no time for this bullshit. What do y'all want? Y'all want an autograph? I was like, no, man, I want no damn autograph. And he was like, all right, man, I ain't got nothing for y'all. And it was just like, he said that. He went back on his phone with his earbuds. And we was like, damn. My boy was so hot. He was like, yo. And the thing is, he was a shoe collector even before the whole shoe. This is like 2000. This is 2007. Like 2006, 2007. So from that day forth, I was like, bro, I'm never wearing anything Jordan. I was like, bump it. I'm not wearing. And you want to know the funny thing is, and this how God. Every time I do a show, guess what I'm wearing on my feet? Jordans. I'm always wearing Jordans on my feet on shows that I do.
So
but I would not go out and buy anything that have a Jordan logo on it. If I see something, I'm at Nike, I'm like, damn, this is dope. And I see the logo,
So that's why you like LeBron. You get biased. Like after the Jordan.
Nah. It's not even the bias. It's just I love LeBron. Well, I was on a LeBron show, but I just think Jordan's an asshole, man. He's like and the funny thing is, talking to it's like some young dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just happy to see you. And you looking at them like, he looked at us like we weren't worth a damn. It was like, who are these peasants and why are they in front of me?
Wow.
That's how he looked at it. And his wife was just looking at us like, and she was like, I'm sorry. I was like, that's your husband. That's your husband.
But look, bro. So you still gonna take those then?
I'll take those. Because I had them as a kid. I had those.
Oh, man. Damn, bro. I never met Jordan, so I won't be going off what you talking about.
Bro, don't do it, dog. The stories are real. When you hear people say stuff about him, they're real. They are real.
Man, you messing up my Jordan potential sponsorship. Jordan, I ain't say none of this, Jay.
Jay gonna be like, oh, you had that big dude in your show? We listen, don't even come.
That's my
don't even come near me.
It is what it is, man. We're going to go with the Tim Duncans, Kevin Garnett's. Put them up.
KGs. Ooh.
These was hard, bro.
They were heavy, though.
Very heavy.
Nah, not those KGs.
No?
I'll take the Tim Duncans.
Okay. Because
KG had the other Zooms.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had a pair of those KGs. Those, they so ugly to me, man.
Yeah, I like them, but they is heavy.
They were heavy.
They were
They were
heavy.
heavy sneakers.
I like these too though. But you know what? I go with these. These you can wear with some sweats. I always look at basketball. If I can wear some sweats and look cool, I'm good.
Right.
Let's go with the McGrady's and the Vince Carters. Let's see what you think. Yeah. These
The Boings.
boys, you felt like you jumped higher when you put them on. These is or the T-Max. No?
If you don't burn those T-Max. Listen, anything that was Adidas back then, you would not
I like
catch.
Adidas.
You would not catch them
all
on my
my
feet.
future sponsorships. Like Adidas, MJ, I'm a fan. I don't know what this dude talking about. I'm a fan.
I'm saying back then.
I'm a fan, brother.
I wear Adidas now.
I wear Adidas every day, y'all. And Jordans.
Yeah.
Nike, all of it. All right, last one, man. Last one. We got the Zooms.
Ooh.
Or-
Bronze?
Or the threes.
Let's see, man. I had these shoes too, man.
Yeah, see, I ain't like them, John. I'm gonna go with the bronze.
I'm going with the bronze.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the bronze.
I'm going with the bronze. Bro,
I don't like that colorway, but the original colorway.
these are the ones
These are the first ones.
I want, and I wish I could find them, man.
You can. They just gonna cost you a penny.
Yeah, I'm not trying to pay all that penny
Yeah.
for. I'm that type of dude. I ain't spend.
Yeah, you go to stock. If you go to
StockX.
I don't want to see no brands names.
If you go to X,
yeah, if you go to these brands that I'm trying to get sponsored by, you can definitely find them. I want to go past the affiliate contracts, y'all.
but you want to know the crazy thing is, like, some of them, you won't find in great condition. Probably the bottom would look yellowish, unless
That's nasty work.
they do
nasty
it like what's that spot on Melrose?
They I don't know the way they repair shoes and shit.
Something flight,
Yeah.
flight school.
Flight school. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, man. There you have it, bro. Man, listen, bro. I appreciate you coming on the show. This was fun, bro.
Oh,
I
this
actually changed the format how I ask the questions. I usually go with this life story first. This made it a lot smoother, so I'm gonna stay with this.
All right.
I appreciate you.
Nah, man, this was great.
Man, let people know where they can find you. Let people know what you got going on next.
Where you can find me at Stronghouse Fitness.
Oh, shout out Jerry. Jerry gonna love that.
I'm there.
Jerry, I need some sponsorship, bro.
Right, Jerry?
I'm not releasing that part of the interview until we talk, brother. I'm not releasing the part of that interview until we talk about sponsorship.
You gonna find me in the gym. My handles are Catfish Jean, all of them.
That's a very unique name. Real quick, that's your real name?
That's
No.
my name.
Oh, but that's dope.
Yeah.
What made your parents name you Catfish?
I got a name from somebody else, not my parents.
Oh, okay.
My parents call me something else.
Oh, okay.
It's not Ethan.
Well, that's Ethan right there.
I know it's Ethan. It's funny, when I was a kid, I really wanted my name to be Ethan.
Why? That's a weird name. No offense, Ethan. That's a weird, strange name.
Either Ethan or Ian. Yeah, Catfish Jean on Instagram, X, TikTok,
Here we go.
MySpace,
MySpace.
Black Planet.
Black Planet.
What I have next, I'm working on a show called Sugar with Colin Farrell.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, man. Another amazing interview on the Score Society channel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.